recommended. Oh, are we actually streaming? Page?
Oh, is it working? Yep.
Is it gonna go live? Starting.
Now.
Hello.
Now.
Yes.
All right, boys.
We are on. Should I check if we've got sound? Like always.
Let's always, because we want to cater for all the listeners. Are we there?
Yeah, we got sound.
Sweet.
We're chilling. We're live.
Let's mock draft.
Mock drafts. Like we do every week here on the Fantasy Footballers.
How good.
We always do a mock draft. I'm very excited for this one. We're meant to have a mate. He just hasn't shown up.
He bailed.
Like he literally said, how many minutes ago?
Oh, good 15.
Now he's not keen.
Catch him in a fish and chip shop, he's a flake.
He's not keen. So I guess it's just you and me today, head to head. Another head to head mock draft.
Yeah.
You've taken the 3.
Love the 3.
I've taken the 7. Place that I would like to draft from.
You got a strategy?
I really like the 7.
I like it.
I also really like the turn, the 12, the turn. But I'm more likely to draft from the 7 or in this region.
Not a fan of having to wait 20 picks?
Nah.
Don't blame me. Without further ado, let's get started.
So he definitely is not keen. So we're going to get started. Let's just ready.
Let's go.
And begin the draft. The two of us. McCaffrey goes at 101 like he has been a lot lately, and Barkley goes at 2.
Yep.
Now this is where I'm in a bit of a predicament if I was at 3.
Luckily, I am not.
Really?
No. It's very simple for me.
You take Alvin Kamara?
I'm taking Alvin Kamara because Ezekiel Elliott hasn't shown up, and they don't know when he's going to show up. So at this point, I would be putting my chips...
All the chips?
...on Alvin Kamara.
Interesting.
It's a no-brainer.
Alright. For me it is, but...
I did select him. Look, it is going. It's just spinning.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, good.
Real good.
How good is a live mock draft that definitely works every time?
I love when live mock drafts don't work like this. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, now
you're drafting 2 people.
Let me just...
Maybe restart the app. Okay, so he tried to select. It didn't work.
Well, that will be my pick regardless, so maybe you can force it for me.
I don't think I can.
I think you can.
I don't think I can.
Oh, it's for CPU picks you can force it.
I can't force your pick, and if we can't, then we have to wait 58 minutes for it to auto pick for you.
Well, that's a bit of a shame.
Is it just not working?
I'm thinking it's the update that got me.
Ooh.
So I'm going to do a zippy quick little update. We'll get straight back in.
So realistically, I'll just chat about these first few picks for me here. Kamara, as you'll see in the coming episode on Thursday or Friday, not as sold on. But you'll have to watch that to find out why. McCaffrey at 1 I'm okay with. Barkley at 1 I'm okay with. I think they're the easy 1 and 2. At 3 with Elliott not knowing when he's going to show up. Kamara, you'll find out why I don't want to draft him there. I think I'm almost taking David Johnson or DeAndre Hopkins at number 3.
Big.
I think
Especially
I
for
am.
Johnson.
I actually think I would honestly just steer clear of pick 3. I don't want that choice. I want pick 4, 5, 6, 7. I want a couple of other people to make the decisions for me. You know what I mean?
Let the chips fall.
Let the chips fall to me. Let DeAndre Hopkins fall to me at 5 rather than having to force take him at 3. You know what I mean? I don't want to be forced to pick between Alvin Kamara and an unknown Ezekiel Elliott at 3 just because everyone else drafts them there.
That's true. How long is too long to wait for Elliott? So in this whole kind of issue,
if I'm drafting right this very second, like right now, I'm doing my draft tonight.
We're good, boys.
We're good. If I'm drafting tonight, I'm 100% taking David Johnson before Ezekiel Elliott. I'm probably taking Bell before him. I'm probably taking Hopkins and Devontae Adams before him. So 8, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
He'll play.
It's just a case of when.
Our mate has just messaged us, I think.
I don't have the app. Downloading on the train sucks. It sure does.
Yeah. He does have the app because when we did one with him the other week, and he downloaded it, remember?
Oh, yeah, he did. That's right.
Oh, no, we did that on ESPN, I think. Stiff.
Well, he'll be in the next one. We'll get him the app.
All right,
you're up, mate.
Just message him. Oh, just be like, watch the live stream instead, cuz I'm sitting here, pick 1.7, And it's too hard. Like DeAndre Hopkins is sitting there at 107.
Can't pass him up.
I can't pass DeAndre Hopkins up. Considering I said I'd take him at the 103, he's going to be the best wide receiver in football by an absolute mile. Can't go past DeAndre Hopkins there.
Thomas off the board. James Conner off the board. Don't agree with that. Devontae Adams, Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb.
Chubb is going very early there.
Are you doing the double stack?
Look, the answer, yes. Yes, I am. The double wide receiver stack with Hopkins and Juju.
It's big.
It's huge. And the only reason I'm not taking Hopkins and Brown is because his feet disgusted me that much.
Throw up a bit in your mouth?
I threw up a little bit in my mouth. I was really hoping that Mixon would fall to me, but he didn't. So I'm happy to go wide receiver in this year's draft because there is a few running backs later on, especially round 3, round 4, round 5, that I'm very happy with taking. So Juju here is just a no-brainer for me. Mike Evans then follows up by Aaron Jones, Travis Kelce. Now you are on the board with a big decision with a guy who, if you watch Thursday or Friday's episode, I'm not sure which day, the guy I would take, if you're going to go with your predictions, you're not taking him.
I'm not. Luckily, we haven't done our prediction show yet. So luckily,
you're allowed to take him still.
You're allowed to take him still.
Oh, okay. Is that how it works?
And I think look, safety first, because I look at Williams and I think,
He hasn't trained yet.
He hasn't. I look at Melvin Gordon and go, where are you playing?
Yep.
Because he has demanded a trade. The agent came out and said that.
You don't want Mahomes?
I don't want Mahomes. It's too early, so I'm going to be going, bang, I'm taking Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown goes
Williams,
at 210.
Gordon, Mahomes.
Wait, I'm going to sneeze.
Gesundheit.
Ugh.
Hit you with the bless you in German. T.Y. Hilton off the board, and this has just fallen into my lap.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And I will not be doing the double wide receiver. I'll be taking a running back.
Oh, you're going to take a running back that wears a blue colour jersey.
Yeah, absolutely right.
There's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
Which one?
That's my boy.
Your boy. Everyone's boy these days. He's fucking climbing in these drafts.
I love Keenan Allen, but I'm trying different strats. I normally like to go, if I'm later in the draft, I'll pick a wide receiver and then go running back. If I'm earlier, I'll take a running back and then doubling receiver.
But we like to make sure that we don't lock ourselves into a strategy. We take what we think is the best at the time.
So, for me, from what I would like, I will be taking Keenan.
Keenan, that's surprising.
Hit you with the sideways.
Very surprising. I honestly thought you were going to go Kerryon Johnson, but you know what?
You got him.
I get Kerryon Johnson now. Sitting here, 2 receivers, and I get a workhorse back at pick 3. Kerryon Johnson is going to be serviceable enough to be a running back 1.
Would you be happy with him as your running back 1?
Yes, but only because he's going to get all the passing work now. If Theoretic was still there, I would 100% be taking Devonta Freeman right now. Theoretic's gone. Kerryon Johnson is going to get a lot of work on the ground and a lot of work in the air in that Detroit offense. Potential double-digit touchdowns overall on the year. I don't believe he'll have double-digit touchdowns on the ground.
No.
Some would disagree.
But
Kerryon Johnson.
Good pick. I like it.
I'm taking the 3rd round. Ooh.
Derek Devonta. George Kittle off the board. Zach Ertz. The tight ends are flying.
There goes Jacob, my man. Followed by Cooper.
Diggs.
Oh, Montgomery did not get back to me, but that is okay.
Shockingly to the team with 4 running backs.
Because I play in a league where wide receiver heavy teams are
the go.
They're the go. We can play 4 receivers in our league in total. We only have to play 1 running back if we want.
I feel like you and I are safe in that regard.
And sitting at this position, I'm getting this player in every single 4th round, and I am loving it. Robert Woods will have the most targets, the most catches, and probably not the most touchdowns, but he will be the highest point scorer in the Rams offense. I can't go past Robert Woods at 406. I think Robert Woods could finish as a top 12 receiver. What's he going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 16th, 17th wide receiver off the board. And I think he can finish top 12. I think it's very good value for where we are right now. So I will be taking Robert Woods in the 4th round, followed by Julian Edelman, Philip Lindsay, who I really don't like, Chris Carson, who I like a lot better than Philip Lindsay, and now you are on the board. Are you looking at running back? Because there's not a lot at running back right there.
There isn't. There isn't. So I think, like you're saying, our league, very, very wide receiver heavy. And fortunately, where I'm sitting right now, there are some pretty heavy wide receivers.
There is a reason there's no running backs left, by the way.
Because they're all gone.
Because 2 teams have 4.
Yeah, it's cheating. No, it's no secret. Apart from Detroit's a wonderful place.
Yes.
The Motor City. Home of Eminem. It's also the home of Kenny Golladay.
Kenny G.
Smooth Kenny G. And for me, the fact that AJ Green shockingly hurt his foot again means that I'll be taking Kenny Golladay with my pick.
Kenny G goes off the board. Tyler Lockett, Chris Godwin, AJ Green, and Andrew Luck going in the start of the 5th round with that bung calf, and he still hasn't trained yet and won't be playing in the preseason.
People are starting to compare it to the Kevin Durant injury.
2 months for a calf injury is a long time.
Yeah, remember those people that predicted that the Colts are going to win everything?
That's a bit...
It's a risk.
Now, you've really got to look for a running back here.
I do, or do I? No, I do. And I'm going to take a bit of a go on someone who some might say might not be the most reliable. Might get injured.
Loves an injury, this bloke.
Does love an injury. But I have faith. I have faith it's a bounce back year for him. And the fact that he is the next best off the board kind of makes it easier for me. Sony Michel's a no-brainer. If he can stay healthy. There's an asterisk over his head, next to his name that says if
Apparently
healthy.
he's getting some passing work. Taken away from James White's passing work. Who knows?
What's going to have to happen eventually, isn't it?
I doubt it.
Down the
but
track.
Who knows?
No, so as much as I do love Cooper Kupp, no, I was massive on him in his rookie year, and he was quite serviceable. As much as Calvin Ridley is a good option, and he was. I think he had 9 touchdowns last year.
A lot.
And yeah, a lot of yards.
That's not going to happen again.
No, so I'll be taking Sony Michel with my pick.
Followed by Calvin Ridley. Let's zoom down a little bit here.
Cooper Kupp gone.
Why is this not going down?
On the side
Let's just
there.
do this. There we go. Followed by Cooper Kupp. Aaron Rodgers goes off the board. And in pretty much every draft these days, in the 5th round, I've been taking quarterbacks just because I can. It's a mock draft.
And you love a stack.
But I'm not going to do that
Oh
this
my
draft.
goodness.
I'm not going to take Deshaun Watson this draft. I really, really like one player sitting on the front of this board right now. A lot. But that specific player will get back to me. So you know what? Tyler Boyd.
He will not get back to you.
Tyler Boyd will not get back to me.
Who are you looking at to get back to you?
Lamar Miller will get back to me
he will
in
get
this
back.
draft. I am telling you he will. Tyler Boyd will not.
I don't know, that team with 4 running backs couldn't hit a 5th.
4 wide receivers here for me, because I know I'm going to get Lamar Miller, who I want in the 6th round. If I don't now, I'm going to be very upset.
Yep.
In my actual draft, I'm probably going to take Lamar Miller here to be safe.
Because we're in a cutthroat league.
Correct. So I need him here. But
any information you give out is taken.
correct. So Tyler Boyd I'm going to take here. James White, Jarvis Landry, Mike Williams goes off the board. Deshaun Watson, OJ Howard.
Baker, Tevin, Coleman, Kenyon Drake, Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry. Damn.
And Lamar Miller gets back to daddy.
Hunter Henry actually hurts me.
Lamar Miller, no Deonta Foreman. He's going to be the workhorse back. He could run for 1,000 yards. He could run for double-digit touchdowns. Bill O'Brien loves him. Lamar Miller is the easiest pick here ever, and everyone's a bit on Lamar Miller. I am not.
You are all in on Lamar Miller.
Lamar Miller.
Well, someone's got to be.
Someone's got it, and I don't care that I've got Hopkins and Miller. I don't have to play them every week, but I think you can easily play both of them every week for enough points, and I'm going to take Lamar Miller. Alshon Jeffrey goes, Rashad Penny, DJ Moore, and you are back on the board.
This one, I'm liking where I'm at right now. Because there's some names on that board
That you like?
I'm quite fond of. So I've got my 2 receivers. And I'm okay with that. Sorry, my 2 running backs.
By the way, just so we all know,
Yeah.
my amazingly hot girlfriend, which she said I had to say that.
How much did she pay you?
Anyway,
So they say.
she said, so we did our bold predictions episode for Thursday, which we've already filmed, we've done it, but she did a bold prediction that I forgot to mention on the show, and she's just messaged me to remind me that her bold prediction for the 2019 fantasy season,
LaShawn McCoy to go nuts.
no,
Ooh.
it is It's kind of an NFL prediction as well as a fantasy prediction.
Oh, who's she jinxing?
A player that just got paid for about the 15th time in his career. Tommy Brady. She believes within the first few weeks of the season will succumb to a season-ending injury. According to her, Tom Brady is undraftable. The bold prediction that she's putting out is that Brady will go down and the New England Patriots, the decline of the New England Patriots offense has begun. The 2019 season is the end of the Brady-Belichick era.
Can I just say this makes sense? This is why she's never made playoffs.
Probably.
This is why she's never made playoffs.
Moving on.
Very bold.
Moving on. Who are you taking?
It's me. You know who I'm taking.
Probably.
You know who's on there.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're
Bang!
taking.
I love wide receivers. I love Robbie Anderson. Gonna finish in the top 24.
I agree.
High end, almost top 12 if he has a good time. And guess who didn't get back to me? And
Dante Pettis.
Bit sad. It's a well-known fact that those two are my definite going to be great players this year.
And it's such a shame that if it's our actual draft, I'm probably going to take Robbie Anderson instead of Tyler Boyd right there, and you wouldn't have gotten him.
No. So this is why I think I'll start my own league this year, because I know that you're going to snipe everything I want.
Blackjack and hookers. Forget the league.
All right. Now, there comes a time
in every man's life where he has to take Latavius Murray.
I'm a little bit stuck at the moment because my quarterback I want is a little while away. And I'm starting to question whether he will get back to me.
I think he will.
But that's okay. Because on the board I have two running backs. I have 4 wide receivers. I'm pretty well set.
What are you thinking?
Kind of thinking, is it too early for it? Well, if I'm really honest, my kind of sleeper tight end is off the board already. He was the last tight end taken. And I'm a little sad. Because it is Hunter Henry. And that's a round or so earlier for him, which is why I was kind of expecting to get him in the 7th round, because he's been going 7th, 8th.
Now, what are you thinking now, then?
Well, I'm thinking that Darius Geis is not going to have good years. I'm going to avoid
the fans don't want to watch you and
No,
they want to hear the facts.
They don't. You know who's going to have a good year?
Who?
Like a great year?
Who?
Jared Cook. Going to have a good year.
I tend to agree, but it hurts me to say it. Really hurts me to say it. But
I hope he has a good year.
Yeah. Matt Ryan follows up, followed by Darius Juice. Will always injured Fuller. And there's a player on the board here that I am very happy to have as my 3rd running back.
Does it involve...
I am very happy to play him in a flex position because I believe he will score a lot this year.
Is his name Latavius?
His name is Latavius. His last name
Tomlinson
is Murray.
Oh, man.
He is a running back for an amazingly powerful offense. He will score a lot this year. He's flex valuable every single week. And if
he's a lock-in,
Alvin Kamara goes down...
He steps up.
You have a starting running back that could finish in the top 12. So I think Latavius Murray is my 3rd running back in the 7th round. Is a no-brainer. His quarterback goes to get pick after that, followed by a very injured wide receiver that can never get on the field.
No. Larry Fitz, Christian Kirk, Kyler Murray, back-to-back Cardinals. Followed by the Lizard Man.
The Lizard. And look who falls to me again in the 8th round.
Oh, it's Kareem left-right punch Hunt.
It is my boy. Should we do the dance? I don't even know what the dance is.
Just ready, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah, that's the dance. The washing machine dance. Let's just draft him.
It's Vance McDonald.
Vance loves to dance McDonald.
Vance going to love to catch the ball McDonald now that Antonio Brown's gone.
Yes. Geronimo Allison with the best name in the league, followed by David Njoku. My man Marvin Jones did not get back to me, which I'm a little sad about, but I've really liked Vance McDonald. Really like him. So I'm happy to get Vance McDonald ahead of Marvin Jones, especially because there's a couple other receivers that I really like. 8th round, you're sitting there on the clock. Who are you thinking?
All right. Well, obviously, just going to put a big set of cones around Kareem Hunt and avoid that.
Yes, 100%.
Because no one wants a 10-week. The Rolls Royce.
I like the Rolls Royce.
I like the Rolls Royce too. Not enough to pick him up.
Really?
No. So here's who I'm going to pick up. Do you
want me to guess?
Okay.
I'm looking at the draft board right now.
What position?
You're going to pick up Cam Newton.
No, I'm not.
Really?
No, I'm not. Would you like a bold prediction?
You're going to pick up NVS.
No.
Okay. You're going to pick up... I literally don't know.
I'm going to pick up the receiver who's going to finish number 1 in New York.
Ooh, Sterling Broken Thumb Shepherd.
I'll be taking
I like Sterling
one-hand
Shepherd.
Sterling Shepherd.
I really like Sterling Shepherd. The 2 players that won't play go after that. Another 2 players that might not play go. I really like Freeman though, especially in the start of the 9th. Ronald Jones is terrible.
And this is where I'm going to be backing up what I was saying. I can't go past Cam Newton. He's
Cam Newton.
he's going to have a bounce back year.
Yeah, I agree.
I reckon he could potentially get to 30 touchdowns on the year.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
But I'll be taking him because, I mean, I have his jersey.
And I think it's just value in the 9th.
It is. He's starting to creep up. I know when we started doing all these drafts, he was like
10,
late
11.
11th, early 10th. Now he's in the 9th, so I'll be taking him. He's the 100th ranked player. I'll take him there.
I agree with that. And then the player that I think would be better, the better version, not the better version of Cam Newton, but a score higher than Cam Newton that's also a massive late round quarterback sleeper.
Danger.
Jared Goff.
Whoa.
You can't
you
can't disrespect a quarterback that has 3 wide receivers going in the top 30 receivers. Someone has to throw them the ball. And Jared Goff is being extremely disrespected. Going at pick 102.
It's impressive.
If you're a quarterback,
some would call that a steal.
If you're a quarterback with 3 receivers going in the top 20, it actually is astonishing.
No sense, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's the 12th quarterback off the board and could quite easily finish in the top 4. Jared Goff is my pick in the 9th round. I love Jared Goff. I think he's a steal there. DK Metcalf, DD Westbrook, Adrian Peterson, Deshaun Jackson, Curtis Samuel. 2 players that I am very big on that I missed out on there. Jalen Samuels, Peyton Barber. I'm just putting it out there. Curtis Samuel and Deshaun Jackson are rising rapidly in drafts. Like, rapidly. It is concerning. Corey Davis goes, Jameis Winston, and N'Keal Harry goes after that.
Love it, N'Keal Harry. Now, if I'm in your position, I know who I'm taking. He's the next one up on the board.
Cortland Sutton.
He's going to be the number 1 in Denver.
I agree.
By far. He's going to have a great season. So that's who I'll be taking. But talk us through who you're thinking about.
What I'm thinking right now is if I didn't have DeAndre Hopkins, I would take Kiki Kuti here. Especially in PPR League. I think
Loves a catch, does he?
I think he can have 100 targets this year. I think he can catch 70 balls. I think he can have a few touchdowns. I think he's a good value 5th receiver. Cortland Sutton, though, is very hard to pass as my 5th wide receiver. He is the number 1 in Denver.
Mm.
They are going to suck, but he's still going to see 100 targets.
Someone's got to catch the ball.
Someone's got to catch the ball. Flacco has to try and throw the ball to someone.
And then Drew Lock will throw the ball to him.
So Cortland Sutton is going to be my pick here in the 10th round, followed
pick.
by the Indianapolis Colts new running back Deonta Foreman, Filippo Rivers, and Emmanuel Sanders, and you are sitting on the board here at 10-10. Thinking about who?
Thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking about all the stuff you just said, and luckily I don't have a Houston wide receiver.
Ooh.
So luckily I'm in the position to take Kiki Kuti.
Kiki.
Off your hands.
Carlos Hyde and James Washington go after that. Jerick McKinnon, Big Ben, Mr. Alleged.
Now, yes, he was.
The 11th round.
Now is where I'm starting to think,
Here's your late round flyers.
I only have 2 running backs.
You got to take a flyer on someone.
I think I do. How many do you have? You have 3.
I got 3. I got enough.
You got 3. So I'm looking for my last running back. I'm looking for that, like...
You got to hit.
I'm looking for that ballpark, just absolute take a swing. And as I'm looking down...
There's one dude there I'm taking a swing on.
Yeah, so am I. Without a doubt.
100%. Devin Singletary could be the starting running back for Buffalo.
It was tough because I was either going to look at him or Kalen Ballage because I believe that him and Kenyon Drake are going to split carries and potentially have the chance to go ahead of him.
The only other running back I would take a late round flyer on right now, but it would be if he was my 4th running back, is Justin Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Melvin Gordon's really unknown. If I was in a league right now, I would quite happily not draft a kicker and take a last pick flyer on Justin Jackson just to see what happens until the start of the season.
That's a solid strategy.
100%.
It can't hurt.
It cannot hurt.
What's the worst thing that happens?
You drop him and pick up the kicker before the first week.
That's it. Or you keep him.
Or you keep him and you have a running back starting for a really good offense.
And you win your week with no kicker.
Correct.
Which just rubs salt in the wound.
Correct. So, sitting on the board now.
You're right.
Have a look.
You got some good options there.
There's some very good options here.
You got
The two guys that I usually go for in this position are Devin Funchess and Dante Moncrief.
Well, let's run through that board there. You got the new Antonio Brown.
Then we got Madison, who I don't like.
You've got Mr. Tried to have a kid and got suspended for it.
Don't like.
Anthony Miller, who's my kind of dark horse out there in Chicago.
Yeah, I kind of like Miller, but I still like Funchess and Moncrief a lot more.
If I have to out of those, if I'm you, Funchess stands out a little bit more for me.
And I'm going to go with the opposite, and I'm going to take Moncrief because I believe that Juju might not have the overpowered season that everyone thinks of. And I know I've just gone the Pittsburgh wide receiver stack, but I'm happy to here because he's my 6th receiver, and I'll never realistically have to play him. And then if something happens to Juju,
you're there.
I've got the handcuff. I'm okay with it. I'm okay to start 2 Pittsburgh receivers because they can score 4 or 5 touchdowns a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all right with it. It comes back to me. I'm going to take a flyer on a running back that I kind of like this year.
I think I know who you're talking about.
There's an offense that I really like, and it's kind of put me off with the signing of Deonta Foreman. Even though I really don't think Deonta Foreman will do anything there.
No.
Naeem Hines, I think, is a freak. I think he has really, really good value.
Even though at number 142, you've got a locked and loaded started running back for that team?
He's definitely not. However, I'm not going to take Naeem Hines here because of that Deonta Foreman issue. And I'm going to take a guy who is guaranteed a severe reception workload this year. And also will never be game scripted out of a game.
Hit me with your best shot.
It is my Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis in the last round, I'm happy to take. If they're down, which they will be a lot, he'll be on the field. Derrick Henry won't be.
If last year's anything to go by, when did Henry start getting good?
The end of the year.
End of the year. Who was the running back for most of that time?
Dion Lewis. I'm happy with Dion Lewis.
Yeah.
I think he's a back that you can take in these last few rounds and know that you're going to get production out of, regardless of Derrick Henry's health.
Of course.
So these last round flyers. Sometimes I'm happy to take flyers on people in case of injuries, but in this case, as my 4th back, I want a guy that I can lock in a bye week or something like that. So I'm going to take Dion Lewis here in the last round.
Good call. Lamar Jackson, Paris Campbell, Delaney Walker. It is me.
Last pick of the draft.
I'll be taking a running back. That sounds like someone coming in. I'm going to beat them to it. I'm taking Matt Breida.
Matt Breida.
To end the draft.
San Francisco running back. John Brown and Tyrell Williams finish out this mock draft. Let's just quickly run through our team before we get interrupted again. My team, DeAndre Hopkins, Juju, the double wide receiver stack. Kerryon Johnson is my number 1 back. Roberto Woods and Tyler Boyd finishing out a good quad of wide receivers in the first 5 rounds.
Absolutely.
Lamar Miller, Latavius Murray, Vance Dance McDonald, Gerardo Goff, Cortland Sutton, Dante Moncrief, and Dion Lewis. Who you got, mate?
Got Alvin Kamara, Antonio Brown, Keenan Allen, Kenny Golladay, Sony Michel, Robbie Anderson, Jared Cook, Sterling Shepard, Cam Newton, Kiki Kuti, Devin Singletary, and Matt Breida.
I'm not going to lie, this is the first time I've looked at these drafts and thought, I don't mind yours. Like, I would take either.
So we're finally on equal picking.
From what I say that I like your draft today. I think there's a couple of decisions that I made that I would not usually make. Like, I feel like that the Tyler Boyd...
You would have gone for Robbie?
I probably would prefer to have Robbie Anderson. Maybe. But I also really regret that Juju pick. I would think now I would rather have Evans or Brown.
And that's what a draft is for.
Yeah.
Testing out strategies.
So these are the things. Have a look at players. Draft them. See if you like to feel them in your team once you've drafted them. Like I said, I'm really big on a late round flyer of Moncrief and Funchess. So for me, having Juju didn't really pay off. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's why we mock.
Mm-hmm.
So
let us know who won.
Let us know in the comments. I think this is the closest one for me.
Mm-hmm.
You probably think you won all the other ones. I probably think I won all the other ones. But for me, honestly,
It could almost be a tie.
this could almost be a tie. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe with the notifications turned on because there is a bold predictions show coming out this week. There is some bold predictions in that. Like some
Incredibly.
incredibly bold. There are some bets. There is everything in this episode, so please make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you do not miss that at all.
Yes, sir.
Who are you?
Justin.
Who am I?
Ash.
Who are we?
The Fantasy Footballers Down Under.
Please make sure you subscribe, all that sort of good stuff. Thank you very much for watching.
Catch you.
Catch you later.